today's video, we'll be looking at creepy conspiracy theory TikToks that will shatter your reality.
Important video. The guy behind the camera, Dylan, my son, he said, "Dad, you have to check these earphones that everybody's wearing, right? The wireless earphones, everyone's wearing them, not just kids today, but adults as well." And here's one of my son's good friends who I saw these in your ears all the time.
Yeah.
All right, now, before this test that we're going to do, I'm sure, Vlad, you've heard us say, those things are bad for you. My kids probably told you that, but you're still wearing them.
Yeah.
Okay, but after seeing what we're going to show them, changed your mind, right?
Yeah.
All right, hopefully it changes yours as well. Look, EMF is not something new. Everyone's talking about electromagnetic frequencies. One thing we know about electromagnetic frequency is distance is the killer. Meaning, I can put a phone here, and yes, it's putting out electromagnetic frequency, but it's when it comes here is when we know we get cellular damage, and the damage.
And I also heard that, that's when you get the most damage. When someone calls you and you put it to your phone and it connects, that's when you get the most EMF radiation. But, it says, I think in the phones, if you look into the terms and conditions and all of the fine print, it says that you should not have your phone within, I think, 6 inches of your body, which is kind of crazy. And it says that you should use, like speakerphone most of the time. But to not have your phone within 6 inches of your body is kind of crazy. It's like having a house phone, but everyone's carrying their cell phone around in their pocket.
Is bad for the brain, and it causes problems. Many people are using these thinking, okay, my phone is further away, but obviously it's giving a signal from your phone that's being picked up by the wireless headset, and that in fact is the problem with the EMF. But again, we have to show it to you. So let's just get right at it. Okay, so I'm looking at these readings right now, and Dylan, let's just show point. Okay, so hold on. His phone came near me. We can't do that because literally it picked up his phone. I was okay, back here now. He went away. I'm 0.03. You can't see that? 0.02, which is a very safe level. As Dylan came up to me, actually, it went to 0.1, 0.3. Okay, so you can see it rose up.
That's crazy.
0.3. Now, cellular damage starts at 0.5. That's not my opinion. That's the science. So let's do the study, Vlad. Let's connect your music to that.
Connected, we're playing.
Okay, you're playing. Okay, so now I'm going to bring this in to here. 1.9, 1.7, 2.3, 2.9, 3.4, 3.8, 4.6.
Oh, no.
You see what's happening here? 0.5 is the damage point of DNA in cells, and yet he's far beyond that point. And again, I'm picking that up in between his phone, and especially right here, it's at the highest, right at the, look at that, 15, 17, 20, it's surging even higher right now. I mean, that's amazing numbers right there as far as when you understand what that's doing to his cells and his brain. Okay, now, let's
Hold on, G. He said at 0.5 we get cellular damage, and that thing's at 20. Look, y'all, I got too many electronics around me. Something got to change.
For fun, let's compare wire. Let's do the old-fashioned stuff. Okay, let's take a measure of this now. Same song, 0.03, 0.0. Dylan came close with his phone. 0.1, 0.2. Still under 0.5. Still hearing the same music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, that's messed up, y'all. I feel like I'm out here getting my brain fried every time I do a video.
So you guys ever wonder why we can't go to Antarctica? This is why.
So, which is investigated by the Draco reptilians as far back as 6,000 years ago.
The reptilians really came into control and started to be able to manipulate what was going on the face of the planet about 6,000 to 7,000 years ago. It is true that they have different masking technologies to be able to be in a room and look like a human, but usually they're in underground bases in various places on the globe, as well as in a huge area in Antarctica. The southeast.
Yo, like, what if they're able to shapeshift into a human, right? But they only have a period of time in which they can be shifted into that form, and they have to go back to their regular form. You know, that would be crazy, wouldn't it? Like, you catch one, you gotta keep them right there forever, then you eventually see them shift. As if we'll ever catch somebody who's a reptilian, but still.
Region has a large number of underground caverns that are kept extremely warm, too warm for humans, by geothermal heat. It's a perfect place for all of these.
You know, he recorded the whole thing on his TV. He could have just screen recorded his phone, in all honesty, and it probably would have been way better quality. Nope. What was that? What they just run into? Gee, what? What? These motherfuckers are getting hit by imaginary cars. Like, can you just imagine riding down the street and you hit
Bro,
nothing?
what is in the sky? Look at this shit.
I can tell you about that now. Those are Anunnaki spaceships. Y'all think those are just anomalies in the sky. Oh, those lights look pretty. Nah, that's Anunnaki spacecrafts. They're made out of light. Most people were waiting on the Anunnaki to be here in December. They already here, y'all. They've been on the planet cooling. Some of them just chilling, waiting on the time. It's like I guess an energetic time when they come. They could show up anytime, to be honest with you. When people giving you dates, even me, I'm like, they could show up right now and be like, what's up? Whenever you see those aren't just rainbows. Rainbows are portals, energetic pathways. Like I told you, imagine a door. Boom. They already here. They here to stop all that foolery these people been doing for so long. They finna get this business. I'm not gonna put all my faith in one being, but I'ma just say, shit finna change. Shit finna change.
When they say rainbows are portals, why is it that I only see it when it rains?
Bro, what is in the sky? Look at this shit.
So this is the actual video, though. Okay. That is crazy looking, though.
Yo, what the fuck is this in the sky? You got a big storm?
And right above it, a rainbow.
That shit trippy.
It's definitely trippy, man. You ain't wrong for that.
When white people came to Africa, they came showing themselves as superior to the black people, digging out things that black people taught them. You know, what we don't have in our history books is that the civilization we have in Europe today was brought to us by black people. Even black people don't know that. Even many black people don't know that. They don't know that the Moors, they were West Africans and North Africans and Central Africans that came to Europe and ruled Spain. They brought civilization to us. They showed us how to use soap, how to be clean, how to behave like a decent human being, you know? All these things we didn't know that before the Moors brought civilization to Spain. Did you know that the Moors ruled in Spain for 700 years? Where is that in our history books? It's nowhere to be found. Because why? If you are giving black people that power of having once ruled over white people, wouldn't black people start like...
You know where she was going with that. That's why they...
According to Russia...
That's why they hide all that information from us, because if we see ourselves as more than slaves, then we'll be more than slaves in this world. They don't want us to see that. That's why in all the superhero movies, I mean, as of recent, things have started to change in the media, but all you seen was white faces, all, and nothing against, you know, it's good for those people, for sure. But for everybody else, if that's all they see, it's not good. You know, you get that inferiority complex, whereas you think that this person's better than you, or only this person can be Superman. But it's like, nah, there could be a Superman of all races.
There's much more to Antarctica than the public is being told. They claim that top governments worldwide know exactly what's going on there, but they haven't disclosed it until now. Possibly an entire continent below Antarctica's ice Could this be Atlantis? Some theorists even believe that an ancient civilization that once fell actually lives and inhabits the continent below the ice. This is what essentially attracted the larger world governments to Antarctica, to see if they couldn't find this alleged continent. But why would this important discovery be kept top secret from the public? Well, many believe it's because of a discovery that Russia supposedly made back in the early 2000s. In the early 2000s, a Russian scientific expedition made an amazing discovery. After drilling 2,000 meters into the ice shelf, they'd break into a cavern and discover freshwater lakes. And much to their surprise, these lakes were not frozen. It was essentially fresh water that had been isolated down there for what they believed to be 10 million years. So after making the discovery of the freshwater lakes, the scientists decided that they wanted to set up an expedition to drill down to the largest of the lakes, Lake Vostok. It's said that this borehole took over 10 years to dig, and now it's fitted with an elevator that you can take all the way down. This elevator would take 8 scientists down to the lakes to verify their existence. But little did these scientists know, they were about to embark on an expedition that could cost them their lives. Shortly after they began exploring the lake, they would have...
Wait. He said little did they know they were about to embark on an expedition that could cost them their lives. You're going 10 miles down a hole in some ice, and you don't think that you're going to risk your life doing so?
A run-in with an organism known as organism 46B. Organism 46B was very similar to that of an octopus, except it was much more lethal. It said it had a venom that could paralyze its prey for up to 150 feet. Then it would rip them apart at its leisure. And 46B did just this to one of their colleagues while they were diving in the lake. They said that though it is just like an octopus, it is actually much larger and has 14 legs. It's believed that 46B has some traits of the mimic octopus from the Indo-Pacific, except 46B could actually take its shapeshifting to another level. One crew member found this out the hard way. He witnessed as what he believed another diver was approaching him while in the water. As a result, he really didn't pay much attention to it until it was too late. Organism 46B had actually shapeshifted itself to mimic the look of a fellow diver. He would paralyze the crew member and tear him apart. After this second death of one of their colleagues, they knew that they had to capture the creature in order to study it. Naturally, Russia wanted to study it so they could possibly use it for warfare in the future. So they'd use the female crew member who was said to have extra fantastical traits. She was highly skilled at camouflaging herself and avoiding being killed. To me, this almost sounds like a Black Widow type woman from Avengers. So they'd place a massive net in the water and use her as bait. Sure enough, the creature would show up for its feast. As it approached, she'd quickly evade the beast, and they'd capture it in a massive net. They would then get the beast on the elevator, and they'd send it to the top, where scientists would put it in a tank. They'd then study it for years on end, and it's alleged that they still even have 46B contained. This is allegedly how they've come up with all the information they have on it. Russia also wanted to study the venom it used to paralyze its prey from over 150 feet. This is just one of the possible stories that have leaked from Antarctica. It makes you wonder what else could be down there. But I gotta know, do y'all believe in this story? Do you believe in 46B? Let me know in the comments. As always, my content is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not portraying it as absolute fact. I tell the stories and let you guys decide. I know I've told this story before, but this is kind of a different angle on it. I thought it was interesting. And it was a quick story I could do, as I've been super busy trying to get my apartment around. And don't worry, y'all. Navigator Across the Ice Walls is coming up real soon, I promise. I like to let the last one marinate for a week or so before I go on to the next one. Maybe this next one I'll make a little longer for you guys. Either way, I hope y'all enjoyed this quick video. Keep watching, stay tuned, stay in the love, stay in the light, be kind to others. I am out.
First off, wasn't nothing quick about that video. That was like 4 minutes. But it kind of sounds like an off spin on Stranger Things, you know, with the Russians capturing a certain creature and only a certain girl with certain powers being able to go in there and, you know, to be able to help out. So it kind of sounds like Stranger Things to me in a way. I don't know if I believe it or not. At least not yet.
The U.S. government plans to use melanin for military application. armor, weapons, and energy storage. In a world where the important
So melanin ain't nothing but pure carbon, you know? So basically anything that's black uses melanin in some way.
importance of melanin and its connection to black people are swept under the rug or denied. The United States government is preparing to use melanin for military applications and devices. And for the ones that didn't know, they also sell melanin for $350. Some say it's more, but that's per gram. Personally, it don't take rocket science to know that nothing good would be coming out of this. They even made a movie about what they're doing to carbonated beings. I'm pretty sure we all seen the movie Get Out, and how this guy's actually a white man in a carbon man's body. They even show the process of how they transfer their consciousness. This is sunscreen under a UV light. Tell me, what are they trying to mimic? It's quite obvious that these people envy us for our skin color and biological differences. In no way am I trying to be racist, but stuff like this is literally a slap in the face.
Yo, did he just say that sunscreen is basically melanin under a light? It makes sense. That's what's so crazy about it. These are some of the most crazy TikTok conspiracy theories. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bell on, and until next time, YouTube, peace.